any good recipes in there, Don?
There really aren't too many in here, Sherry. It's really starting to make me wonder what we're actually going to be making for our next episode of Don and Sherry's cooking show.
I think we should ask someone.
Now that's a good idea, Sherry. We do have multiple friends who are also famous chefs. We could give one of them a ring.
Which one are you thinking about?
Actually, I think Dorothea Feebly would be a good fit.
Who in St. Peter's is Dorothea Feebly, Don?
Sherry, I can't believe you don't know who Dorothea Feebly is. She's actually a famous American chef born in Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Well, I think we should give her a ring then.
That sounds like a good idea. Let me call her right now. Oh, hello, Dorothea. Yes, I'm doing very well. How are you? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Me and Sherry were just pondering what we'd do for our next episode of our television show. And I thought I'd give you a ring since you always seem to be full of those good recipes. She has the perfect recipe for us.
I'm so excited.
Alright, Dorothea, we'll be over in a jiffy. Alright, see you soon. Goodbye.
Well, I guess we should start getting over there then.
Yeah, we gotta run, Sherry. She is a famous American chef after all. We don't want to leave her waiting.
Alright, let's get going.
Let's hit the road.
Oh, Don and Sherry, nice to see you.
Oh, it's nice to see you too, Dorothea.
Thank you so much for having us, Dorothea.
Well, I'm so excited that you came to see me. Now, I have in my recipe box here, I think the ideal thing that you should use. It is my grandmother's chocolate cake. And that there are two secrets to this. First of all, it's the chocolate that you select. You have to get the very best chocolate squares possible. And then, the next secret is you have to use a special pan. I have it right here, and if you would like to borrow it, this is a very special pan that is going to make you two perfectly square pieces, 8 by 8 chocolate.
Wow. Sherry, do you see this pan?
Wow.
That's a good looking pan.
That's a great looking pan.
I would like it back when you're done.
No promises, Dorothea. Now, Dorothea, do you have any tips and tricks that you'd like to share?
Beyond my chocolate cake?
Of course.
Well, they always say that when you're working with a recipe, you really have to nurture it. You know, you have to just focus in right on it. Well, you need to remember, of course, to grease the pan and sprinkle it with flour.
Oh.
You need to be careful of your oven setting. You need to preheat your oven.
Preheating, we need to remember
We
that
always
next
forget
time.
to preheat, Sherry.
Yes, that will, get the cake started at the right temperature.
Okay.
Now, can I interest you in some cocoa?
I would
I'd
love
love
some
that,
cocoa.
Dorothea. Me and Sherry over here, we're just a bunch of cocoa-holics.
Well,
God.
let me see if I can pour this for you.
These nuts are just delicious.
Oh, thank you, Dorothea. This is delicious.
Now, Don, is that hot enough for you?
It's just right, Dorothea.
Good.
As a chef, you always get these things right.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been doing it for a very long time.
Well, Dorothea, I see you're a pretty avid doll collector here.
Yes, I am. And I I'm always interested in dolls. I love dolls. In particular, I really love the Raggedy Ann group, and this is my original Raggedy Ann. It goes way back. She does need some repair, like a new hairdo, but this is her original dress. And this is the story that goes with this whole Raggedy Ann family. This is Andy. This is a newer Raggedy Ann, and that is their beloved Belinda, and she is missing her turban hat.
And her bloomers.
And her bloomers. I maybe I should stop cooking for a while and fix these and put them back together again.
Oh, Dorothea.
Oh, you're a goof. Now, Dorothea, where did you get these peanuts? They're just delicious.
Well, I have to confess, I did not make those. I got those at the local grocery store.
Oh.
But if you'd told me that you were coming earlier, I could have made something special for you to have right now.
Oh, I'm sorry for the short notice, Dorothea.
But I'm happy to accommodate you.
Thank you so much, Dorothea, for inviting us into your lovely home.
We better get going. It's getting pretty late, and we still have to cook the delicious cake that you picked out for us.
Well, I'm so happy that you're going to do that. Do send me a picture when you've got it done.
We will. Thank you, Dorothea.
Nice to see you.
It was nice to have you, and come back and visit again, and we will share another recipe.
Oh, we will. We will.
So, Don, are you excited to get started on this cake?
Oh man, am I excited, Cher Bear. I know that Dorothy is just gonna love it when we show her how good it turned out.
Now let's present our ingredients.
Alright, to start this cake off, we need 2 cups of sugar, 2 eggs, some salt, and 6 tablespoons of butter.
Now I'm gonna gently place the sugar in the bowl.
Sounds a lot like the sands of time, Sherry.
Sands of time. The 2 eggs.
Mm-mm-mm.
The room temperature butter.
Alright, Sherry, now let's get a mixin'. Alright, Sherry, now it's time to put the chocolate in this chocolate cake.
Don and I specifically chose the Beatties bar to be in our cake because we think this is the purest chocolate of them all.
I agree with that statement. We actually give it 4.5 stars on the chocolate.
4.5 stars, that is mighty large.
Mm-hmm. Now, Sherry, we're going to dissolve this chocolate in 1 cup of boiling water. Now let's get to it.
Once the water is boiled, Don, you're gonna have to pour this gently into a bowl with the chocolate.
Well, Sherry, that's melting nice, isn't it?
It is, Don.
It's making my gosh darn mouth water, I'll tell you that.
Oh, Don.
Now, the advantage of using actual chocolate bars as opposed to cocoa powder in a dish like this is that you have the real tenderness of a bar, minus, the powdery, granular structure of your run-of-the-mill cocoa. Okay, Sherry, now that you melted the cocoa, let's pour that in there. Alrighty, looks to me like it's flour time. Let's put that flour right into our wet mixture here.
Now, this may be a little runny, but don't be alarmed. Dorothea approves.
Oh, she does. I'm glad I have this nice warm cup of cocoa today. It was a bit nippy out.
It was.
Alrighty, Sherry. Now on to the leavening that'll really make this a nice, moist, and fluffy treat. We're gonna use 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Alright, Sherry. Now that looks mixed up nice and good, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
No clumps of flour and no pieces of chocolate floating around in our mix.
It's as smooth as can be.
Now we got Dorothea's lovely pan here, and we're just gonna grease it.
That's a lot of grease, Don. I think
love
you're good.
grease. Now when you're working with such a heavy batter like this one, you're going to want to swipe the sides of your beater to make sure you've gotten all of that loveliness off the beater.
How does it taste, Dawn?
It is yummy, Sherry. Oh. All right, Sherry, now let's transfer this over to our pan.
We're gonna use this spatchcock here and just smoothly even this out along the Dorothea's pan and make sure that it covers completely. And don't be scared to get a little messy with this process because we do have a lot of batter here and it's okay to get a little messy.
All right, Sherry. Now this is the time when we kind of deviate away from Dorothea's original recipe. Now you and me are a bunch of butterscotch-holics over here, and we love butterscotch. So we're gonna take these extra butterscotch chips we had lying around our studio and sprinkle them over the top the batter. All right, Sherry, now that we've put those yummy butterscotch chips in there, it's ready for the oven.
Now I'm going to put this in at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. Now I'm going to pop this baby in the oven.
All right, Sherry, now our 2 delicious chocolate squares have come out of the oven, they've cooled, and they're ready for the best part of it all.
The frosting.
Now let's get started. Well, here's the cake. It looks beautiful, Sherry, and I think I did a really nice job frosting it too.
Yes, you did, Dawn. Yes, you did.
Well, Sherry, it's midnight, but that's show business, isn't it?
It is, but we got it done.
Here's our nice looking cake, and I'm about ready to take a big bite of it. Why don't we?
Why don't we, Dawn?
Wow. This is a cake to remember. Sherry, very moist.
I think the butterscotch really hits the spot.
I agree. Very moist, almost like a brownie in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Very dense.
Thank goodness we saw Dorothea.
And I think the pink frosting, in a way, is the icing on the cake.
In a way.
Literally, in a way.
Thank you for joining us on the Dawn and Sherry's Cooking Show. We hope to see you next time.